make a stand. You know, you need to make a stand. Don't let anybody else convince you. Just go with your gut feeling. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know, and spend people's tax dollars wisely, because taxpayers pay for everything. You know,
Yeah.
and they want to get their money's worth. You know.
Yeah, no doubt. You are listening to the East Texas Banner right here at easttexasbanner.com. We got the privilege today of sitting down with Mr. Prentice Hobson. He is a candidate for Newton County Commissioner Precinct 3. Okay. And you've been commissioner before.
Right.
Okay.
16 years.
So you was a commissioner before, and what did you find was the hardest thing about being commissioner at the time?
You know, at first it was, you know, to communicate with the people, you know, and then after we got good communication, you know, everything went good, because, you know, you talk to the people and the citizens, your precinct, they can help you a lot.
Right. Just getting some feedback from the people.
Right.
That's really kind of the whole deal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What would make you throw your hat back in the ring?
I just love working for the people, you know, and I want to see Newton County prosper, and I think I can be a voice for the county.
Yeah.
And I'll stand up for what I think's right and voice my opinion.
Okay. Okay. That's been a big concern for a lot of folks, is that, you know, what are we doing at Commissioner's Court? You know what I'm saying? Who's running the show down there? That's been a big concern. What's your thought and take on that?
Yeah, I think, you know, all the commissioners ought to voice their opinion. They ought not just let one man just control what's going on, you know.
Right. Right. Well, so I've seen a number of the forums, and one of the things that has stood out to me is that, specifically with you, is that you seem to be, just maybe by personality type, the most low-key, nothing's going to get this guy off of kilter. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, you probably got some things that could probably get you off kilter, but kind of like all of us, right?
Right.
But you know, what do you feel like needs to be done in the county right now that's currently, specifically Precinct 3, what's not being addressed?
Well, you know, the roads, you know, that's one of the small parts of commissioners, you know. But, you know, people want to see their tax dollars spent honestly and wisely, you know.
Right.
And I think that you should, because taxpayers, they pay for everything, you know, and I think we should keep the roads graded and maintained and mowed and weed eated, and, you know, just take care of what needs to be took care of.
Right. Do you feel like the Commissioner's Court currently is not achieving that?
To a certain point, you know, they trying, you know, and they, I guess, doing the best they can, you know, but there's just a lot that needs to be done, you know, that's not getting done, you know.
Right.
And the taxpayers, they want to see things happening, you know, and I think you should let the taxpayers know.
Yeah.
You know, don't try to flip something in under them. You know, people don't like it when you try to flip something in under them. Be wide open. Let them know what's going on.
Right. Right. So what do you feel like are your kind of day one propositions, the things that you want to look at to immediately begin to change in comparison to what's been, you know, the example that's been with Precinct 3?
Well, you know, a lot of the roads, you know, the dead trees, you know, they'll tell you right now, when they fall, they'll move them, you know, but I like to do
kind of preventative
maintenance, you know. I like to cut them before they fall, you know. I can do a lot better work in daytime than I can out there at night, you know, and
right.
You don't know where electrical wires are or anything, you know, and so I just like to do preventive maintenance, keep everything going.
Yeah, no doubt. So specific to now, you were commissioner for 16 years, and what have you been doing since then?
Well, I went back to work in construction, and I've done that for from 2017 to 2022, and then the commissioner's court, they hired me to be the solid waste manager because they was planning on shutting it down or selling it, and
Right.
the judge and the court wanted me to keep it open, and I did, and or we did, and
So that's been your role here recently.
right. I've
Okay.
done that for a little over a year. I just left down there January 31st, to get out and talk to people.
Sure. Okay. Well, so with this race, how's the race going for you right now? How do you feel like it's going?
I feel great, I've talked to a lot of people, and I feel like everything's going good, I feel like I'll be the commissioner again in Precinct 3, March the 5th.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, that's there's so many guys running. It almost seems like there's, it's hard to determine who's got right now we're in early voting, right? And so it's hard to determine who's got what, right? Who's
Right.
got what push, At the same time, people are going to voice their opinions, and they're going to kind of go with the voices they trust, right?
Right.
And so, is there anything that you want to put out here to the people, just to kind of put a bug in their ear? Because that you're not this. You're not like this status quo. The status quo system guy. You're. Is that how you view yourself? Do you view yourself as a part of the system?
Well, on Commissioner's Court, they 4 commissioners and a judge, and I'll voice my opinion, I'll listen to everybody, but I'll voice my opinion, and I'll just do what I think's right.
Right. Try to represent the people.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Well, I tell you what, we're in early voting right now. We've got March 5th right around the corner. If people want to get in touch with you, how do they go about that?
You can just call me on my cell phone,
Okay.
409-489-6502, and I'll answer and return any call. Just leave a message if you don't get up with me.
10-4. Spending the people's money is the most important.
Right.
How do you feel like the county has done on spending people's money? Because now we got FEMA payback, or all this stuff going on.
Yeah, you need people to be honest, and just do what's right, and I don't know. It's just make a stand. You need to make a stand. Don't let anybody else convince you. Just go with your gut feeling. I feel like, and spend people's tax dollars wisely, because taxpayers pay for everything.
Yeah.
And they want to get their money's worth.
Yeah, no doubt. Mr. Hobson, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. We hopefully you've answered a few questions, for the folks, and kind of give them a little insight into you. Any last things you want to say to the people?
I just appreciate you voting, your support. March 5th, and I'm number 3 on the ballot, running for commissioner in Precinct 3, and I'll do the best I can.